I'm just understanding, waiting for the rain to kind of clear as I kind of travel. I'm on foot, and I see some things with people, and I know a part of life is as a mother, as a child of Yahweh, that we have to really understand people and not use too much judgment, but we have to use wisdom, and we have to make sure that the Most High is giving us confirmation on things that we should do and things that we should not do. Um, when you do that, and you're experiencing targeting, gang stalking, all these things, these epoxy by stalking. That's how you would talk to an attorney um, of people who know these things, even the ambulance and all these people. That's how you would talk to them, because their whole mechanism is to make you crazy. Okay, we already know that. Their whole mechanism is trying to count you out of society and what you know and what you think you know. It's like a trickery. It's like a game ran by the occult. And so I want people who are experiencing this to know that you can cause your own isolation by not being aware of the mechanisms that come. You know, you want to be saying things and looking people in the eye, especially when it comes to law enforcement, and saying and talking clearly. Now, if, for instance, you know, you just came off the bar and you had a couple of drinks, that's what you would say. I'm officer, excuse me, I'm a bit buzzed. So, whatever questions that you have for me, you want to be real. With this thing, I'm never telling you to stop your life. Don't let nobody stop your life, but you got to know how to move around your life. And when you learn how to move around your life, people can't stop you. They'll make fun of you, they'll try to bully you, but you have to have the upper hand. You have to set boundaries for these people. And, whatever those who've been targeted, my heart goes out to you. I'm not here to pick on no one, but I'm trying to tell you that some things that you may do is keeping you from being around people and having relationships, and you got to know how to move around them, because people see that you got this thing going on. They have their neighborhood watch meetings. They have their jobs and things, and they're aware of you. They're aware of you because the narcissist is always talking about you. They're overly obsessed with you. Hey, how you doing? Is it tenfold? I might have butchered your name. I'm so sorry. Welcome. I've never seen you here before. But I'm just saying, you got to learn how to move around when you're dealing with these things. The gang stalking, I guess you want to call it. Hey, everyone. Welcome to my chat. I'm just trying to get people to understand that you still can have life. This is going to be like for Apostle Paul, the thorn in your side. And, you still have to move around. You still have to eat. You still need room, board, and shelter. You're still going to have some of your loved ones, or those of you who have children. Okay, you're getting pulled over? Yeah. Okay, well, calm down. Just put your hands on your steering wheel, and whatever they're asking you in a respectable manner, then you do. If it doesn't sound respectable, then you say, officer, I'm trying to comply with whatever you're doing. Please don't yell at me. I'm doing everything you're asking me to do. Everything is happening in a calm manner, and that's what we want. The enemy will want to shake you out of your peace, and this whole thing was designed to provoke you. That someone, maybe in your family or your life or your loved one, your girlfriend, guy friend, whatever it is, wants to be a part of the occult, and there's certain things that they do that they have to do in order to get in. And so you need to figure out that when you're in this, you're going to have people against you. When you're in this, that's not your fear. It's the knowing. You know it. It could be your own mother. It could be on your dad. who knows what it could be, but you're not in fear. I'm not saying completely isolate yourself from them, but if you feel that you're in any danger, then you stay. But you got to learn how to move around them. You got to learn how to be who God called you to be. And when you know how to do that, then nothing can shake you. Now you're gonna have people, they get $1,000 a day, or some form of an incentive just to game stock, $1,000. So you know what I mean? That's what they want to do. They want the attention, and I'm female, so you would be surprised. You know, they get drugs, marijuana. You know, if you happen to be out there sometimes and they walk by you, they want to make sure you smell that smell of marijuana, because that's what they asking for doing the gang stalking. Their duty as a citizen, because they're calling themselves a citizen. My name. Okay, so what's this? Jalen and Jason? Because I don't want to be distracted here. Because I'm telling you some real talking points. Because I'm a person that care. I'm a person that care. And most people don't know half of what I know when it comes to targeting. That's the only way you're going to survive. The only way you're going to survive is hearing what I'm saying. And I said your name. Jason, or Jayla, Jason. And so I'm talking to you because this is serious. This is about taking charge of your life and not letting nothing stop you. This is about having control of your own self. This is about canceling people who don't deserve your time and your energy. This is about moving around the ones that's acting like idiots, and still having joy in your heart to say, you know what? You an idiot. Gotcha. But I'm still going to stay on my job. You an idiot. I'm still going to keep my man. You an idiot. I'm still going to stay in a building that I'm in, report things to make sure you understand who I am. And that's what you do. Don't let these people, by all means, if you're in any forms of danger, you know what I mean? And you got to know. How do you know you're in danger? If someone has done something to you that was aggressive. Okay, I need to call the police. And then you say, well, they don't do that. Well, you got to still do it. Because that's what they're watching. Either they're going to do this or are they not going to do this. And, like I said, I got people, if you have the satanic gadgets and devices, that's what you're not doing. For whatever it is they're saying, you're doing opposite. You're letting God, not to do evil. So whatever they're saying, if it's telling you to do something in a bad way, then we're not doing it. And that's what we do. That's what we do. And so, I had a job interview. So that's where you see the lipstick and so forth, because in the satanic gadgets and devices, they think that I can't look great. They think that I'm supposed to just be something to them so people can ignore me and they can pull me away and do evil things to me. So, you got to keep up your appearance. You know what I mean? My natural hairstyle, I'll still be wearing that because I'm not afraid to look be who I am. That's my natural hair. I'm just doing it because I have other things that I have to do. So you do what you need to do. All right? What's this? So I'm just giving you a few talking points because I'm seeing a lot of other people who have these things, when you're watching these channels that we're not knowing what to do with them, because I don't. And so I'm going to have to, get some teamwork on figuring out on what it is. But in the meantime, never bother with anything that's going to provoke you. Get away from them, tune them out. There's no way I'm going to be sitting here on a channel that constantly do things. But the thing is, if you're not knowing they do things, then how you know? And that's where it comes for the public or the people that care about you, the people even on YouTube to tell you about what's going on. Some of them say, well, that might make them take their life. No, it won't. You have to test and discern. If it tests and discern and you haven't had that talk with them, if you're getting emails then you can make a call. If you get an email about them, you can make a call. But you don't consume your life because you have your life, okay? You set boundaries with that person, and do what you say you're gonna do. If you say you're gonna call them that day you will be calling them. Or if you can't, follow up on them. And that's what I'm saying, because I'm seeing, I don't know if these things are being staged as well. Other people, because so many people feel like they want to be around me, and it's nothing that I can do at this moment. I have to be around my children, and I have to be stable enough to do that. While I'm getting psychologically tested, because I have to do that just to get my kids back. Because I have a series I'm going to do of things that I have to do because of this system that took my kids away. Now I'm homeless and still trying to get myself back on my feet because people want to make $1,000 a day or get incentives, and now they don't care about it. And I don't care if they don't care about it, because at the end of the day, people only care about themselves. And when people only care about themselves, I just turn it over to the Most High. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. And some things God go make you handle now, because some of them think you're punks. Excuse me, I had a mosquito on me. But you do what you need to do for the Most High, because the city is cursed. Any city that use targeting and gang stalking, they're looking for a sacrifice. Whether spiritually, I can talk to you spiritually, and there's nothing we can do. But you got these bullies that sitting in my ear that come from these agencies, trying to tell me and the satanic and gas devices, you need to do something about it. What can I do about people that the state is giving them money and I'm still sitting on the streets? I can't do anything about it. I can't do anything about it. When you're sitting there and you're saying things, you do something about it. Oh yeah, you gave them the money. You gave them the money, so I'm not saying anything. I can't say other to them. They're grown people. They know what's right from wrong. But I can say something to the Most High. I can say something to the Most High. I've been doing it like that. I've been talking and telling people, warning people all day, every day. And when I give it to the Most High, He takes care of them. I've lived in a community where my house, where they was harassing and bullying me, and just about every last one of them got kicked out of their home. So, when you serve the Most High, I ain't mentally ill. You can check. You can check. The same people that was there, they probably sitting up here, part of that agency, got kicked out of their home because they realized that I'm not the one that you need to target, because I'm not going to have that. And that's what you got to do. You can't let them have that. Meaning you got to set boundaries for them, because they're narcissists. This whole thing is narcissist abuse that I was trying to tell to the police back in Ohio, and they didn't want to hear it because it was from me, somebody who's not a quote-unquote police officer. But yet, I still be at, hey, you want to join our force? No, I'm not joining nobody's force. If you can't handle these laws, you yourself, then what I'm going to do with it? Why would I put myself in law enforcement and they can't do it either? No, you're not going to be putting burdens on me. You're not going to be jealous and envious of me because I can solve cases and deal with the public. You see, it's these same demonic spirits, jealousy, envy, and hate that still trickle, that allowed them to believe that they needed to do this, that's going to still be here. That's what they want to do. And so we don't care what they want to do. It's about what you want to do. What do you want to do? Can anybody tell you what you want to do? Do you want to work and be a function? Because some of you, I'm probably sure you have. You were a threat one time over another. But we can't be talking outside of our head with certain things. I mean, I know with the isolation, I'll be doing that too. I'll be like, I need to go to aisle 3. And I ain't talking to nobody, but I know mentally I need to go there. You got to watch your side conversation. You got to watch, people's mannerism, okay, you bumped me. Sorry. Oh, I forgive you. Because I'll let you know, yeah, you bumped me, but I forgive you. I'm moving on. And so when you move on in life, you're never letting anybody hurt you, because you have the upper hand. You have upper hand by telling them the truth, and the truth will set you free. because that's just what they do. These people are hurting. Because I had it on my channel, the Mark 5. I have a teaching that I never did release but I have a teaching of the Mark 5. That's what we got going on. These unclean, foul spirits. They keep trying to attach to you and me. Why? Because people don't understand that doing all these things to me and not holding the narcissist accountable, it's not going to stop. It's just going to be more victims. If I go to psychological evaluations, that helps me, but it don't help the victim, the person who still keep trying to target me. And so that's where we need to, realize that there's something going on here. And when we have something going on, I'm not letting it happen. I'm not letting it happen. And a lot of my targeting gonna stop. Because this morning they started to target me with certain things and mechanisms. But they realize when they see that it's not progressing, and I'm not saying cussing them out and saying evil things, they go away. That's it. They're trying to see if you're a threat, like the person who keeps saying it, so they can get a check. Because that's what they're doing. They're calling you extremist, or they're calling you a targeted individual. And when they say that there's a targeted individual over there, and they're going to check it out. They have to check things out for the safety of the public is what they're saying. Excuse me, I had a mosquito bite on my arm. They have to say that. And when they say that, that's not true. That's a narcissist, trying to get their hustle on. A narcissist think that they can do whatever. And a narcissist could be the police officer. Or a narcissist can be a nurse, a doctor, or a lawyer. But you have to determine and use wisdom on how you talk to these people and how you deal with them. Because if you go over here saying stuff to them, they're going to keep on targeting you. The more you keep saying stuff out your mouth, they're going to target you. But when you say, you just see them, whatever, hey, they want to talk to you. Yeah, I'm having a wonderful day. That's what you say. I'm having a wonderful day because I'm still alive and you couldn't defeat me, Satan. I ain't saying that. You don't say that to them because they're going to say, huh? You're making sure you're talking and looking people in the eye and saying things to them so they can understand and know. Because they say, who's the target? They can't even figure out who's the target. That's how you should be. Hi, Ellie. Okay? See, these narcissists, they come in, they check. Now, I want you to say this. Say that. No, you get your channel and you say what you want to say because that's what this is my channel about. I'm saying hi, and I understand if you're truly a person that's been abused by narcissists, I apologize. But you have to understand one thing in my channel, that I'm trying to say some things to help others. Because there are other people, there might be children in here that need the help. And so I'm not trying to hate on you. I'm just trying to let you know that when that some of these things that y'all do keep y'all from getting healthy relationships with people. It keeps you from getting employment because you're not telling people what it is. You're not helping people. You're just collecting checks. You got people who sit on YouTube that just want to collect checks. They don't want to bring you into nothing because they know they wicked. The ones that do it, they sitting on here saying the same storyline every day just to get a hustle on. They ain't caring nothing about you. I already said 100 billion times I'm homeless. So if I'm saying that I'm homeless and I'm saying, give me your number, give me this, and I do that, and we just sit on the phone talking and we don't do nothing, they ain't trying to help you. They all about that check or saving their butt. And so that means you're not acting out on these people. You going to the Most High. The Most High will find you help. I don't care what kind of targeting you got going on. God will help you in this. These people, when they take this money, $1,000 a day, or get these incentives or gift cards, they got judgment over their head. The Bible says that those who take bribes bring trouble to their own households. So if they getting bullied and they getting harassed, because you know what? It's going to come back on them. And I'll say it. If you're going to come stalking me, I'm going to stalk you back. Because if the city allowed it, then they allowed me to do it. Because, hey, I got time on my hand. But my stalking ain't going to be like their stalking. My stalking is going to go to the Most High, the courts of heaven. That I come from in Ohio, you could ask them. They'll get on here. You could ask them. I don't put every last one of them out of their home because they was messing with me by going to the Most High, by doing a 40-day or 40-night fast, 21-day fast. Because I said this stuff gonna stop. So everything that could be done, it doesn't have to be in a physical sense. It doesn't have to always be in a spiritual, but you need to go to the Most High because you're being isolated so you can understand what I need to do. Because God is steady trying to tell you when you going onto these channels and you looking for Stephanie P. Smith, you looking for New Breed Global Truth and Brainwaves and Rollo and Ringo TV, you looking for all the answers there, you're going to lose because some of them set up. I'm not saying that they purposely do. I don't know what their thing is because we're still waiting for some of the people like New Breed Global to say so. But we're not saying we don't have to say so. If he never speaks to us or tells us, he don't know. That we don't need to hear that from him because the Most High gonna show you. When I went out there to up of potential farms, there was nothing there. They said there was a farm there. There was nothing there. Now, there was only one animal there. There was only one animal, and there was this old hag. This old hag. They had this old mule here. And this old mule was the mother of my ex-friend. Old co-worker. That was the only animal that was there. I saw a cockeyed mule. So, anyway. So y'all got to learn how to laugh. A cockeyed mule that was trying to cast a spell on me. Now, that sounds crazy, but I'm a righteous, spiritual person. I just come off a fast. So, that's how I know. And she was really, really wanting to put an attack. And I said, come on. You know, this is a spiritual thing I could talk to y'all about, but I can't talk to the rest of the world about because they're going to think you're crazy. But this is a spiritual thing. And in the Bible, spiritual things do happen. But when you're talking about spiritual, you got to add balance. You got to talk about the physical, that there was a person that felt that they had some kind of upper hand over me and try to misuse me and try to put me in some type of a way of trying to get me to communicate with the person. And, you know, I was trying to be with the rest of the people. So, I'm just saying, hey, I don't see them all in my day, but that doesn't make me insane. I'm aware mentally, physically, and spiritually. But I know who I need to talk to. I don't know everybody who knows Yahweh. Everybody doesn't know Jesus, and you have to keep that in mind when you're saying these things. Now, on my channel, this is my channel, I can say that. But I also know that God has more power over anybody on these YouTube streets. So when I'm on there and you see me on there, I'm just cheering them on. You know what? You know, be thankful that you ain't in this situation, bruh. Be thankful, sis, that you got a house to live in. That's what I be doing in my head when y'all be sitting here seeing me on there. But everything that's going on is, you know, because people keep wanting attention here. So, you know, whatever. Let me see. What is we needing here? You know, that's the agency that came from my town, you know, because I got people who came out here and, you know what I'm saying, they followed me down here to Atlanta. They followed me down here in Atlanta and they believe that they were better than me and smarter than me. But when I serve Yahweh, it puts a chokehold on everything they was doing. How many degrees they had. How they kids doing this and that. You know what I mean? It put a chokehold because I have the higher authority because I'm serving the Most High. So I only got a simple little GED. That's it. A GED. And I got people coming from all around. So you can't tell me I ain't powerful. And they say, you're not supposed to say you're powerful. I'm going to tell them. I'm powerful because of, you know, of the Most High. It's not me. It's the Most High doing his work in me. So they can do all the hand signals. They can do all the gang stalking they want to do. Trouble going to come to them. I'm still going to serve Yahweh. I'm still going to continue to go about my way and live my life. And if either people going to ride with me or they're going to go away. Because I'm going to keep on living my life. And it bothers them. It bothers them. They need the attention, bro. They be needing that. You know, they need that $1,000 a day. You know, $1,000 a day. You mean to tell me you need me to get money? I'm sorry, these braids. You know, you need me to get money to live. I was doing this all by myself. Was holding down three jobs just to get my rent paid. I wasn't sleeping with no man. I was holding down my jobs to take care of my family. You know what I mean? So, you know, there's a trickery out here. And what I'm trying to say is don't be out here acting like, don't be acting out, because they got the mechanisms out here today. You know what I mean? The mechanisms out here. The protocol. So they got the protocol not to be feared. Just be cool about it. Just be cool about it. Don't let them trouble you. Don't say nothing to them. Just keep it moving. So that's what I want to say. You know, I'm doing things. I'm still gonna keep going on. And those who have righteous prayers, pray for me. I put my email if anybody want to reach me. It's goingforth111@gmail.com. If people would like to reach out to me on my Gmail account, I don't mind that. As far as anything else go, I don't know, because I've not had really any luck when I gave people my number. You know what I mean? Because they're more caught up in the targeting and trying to keep up with whoever's trying to tell them something instead of letting me know who it is, so I can fix the situation, because I know how to fix some stuff. That I'm the person that, you know what I'm saying? Me and my sister, if she was still alive, we would have been handling them, but I could do it all on my own. And that's where I want you to be. I want you to be at peace, not allow people to bully you. There's some things you just got to let them go. And it's going to be a time but you're going to have to step up like I did. And yeah, it ended in a situation where I had to go to jail or whatever. But, you have to understand the timing of the day. What's today? Because certain things happen on a certain day of a month. So you got to know what day of month it is that's happening. And when you know that, the moment that you walk out the door, you're a threat to them. They need to get that hustle on. And whatever it is, human trafficking, sex trafficking, or drug trafficking, usually it's drug trafficking. It ain't gonna be sex, because if you're serving the Most High, you're not doing it. You're not supposed to have sex. So they can't make you do something. That means if they're trying to make you do something, then that means it could be reported. They have to still go with the protocol reporting things. So I'm going to get off here because I got to get out the way. I hope this was something that you guys needed. If not, well, you got other channels out there, but be careful with these other channels. You know what I mean? Something that you're hearing, just document it and just get off the channel, including mine. The enemy is all out here coming to kill, steal, and destroy. I don't know what would go on with you and what's to be, but don't let anybody fool you, intimidate you, all right? And I'm be praying. Have a blessed day. I might come back on later.